Hello legends, it's Guan here. Thanks for tuning in for today's video. In this video, I'll compare Alibaba stock and Tencent stock side by side to give you a better view on these Chinese tech juggernauts. I'll give a quick rundown on their businesses, their financials, and valuations. Full disclaimer, I own the shares of both companies. So, let's get into it. Businesses and revenue. Alibaba, at its core, is an e-commerce business that has expanded to different business verticals such as fintech, cloud services, retail, movie making, logistics, and more. The e-commerce business, by far, exceeds Amazon in terms of total GMV. For context, in 2020, Amazon had a total GMV of $475 billion, whereas Alibaba had $988 billion, just shy of $1 trillion. The Alibaba cloud business is also ranked 4 in the global cloud industry. This ain't no easy task for going up against the other industry giants. As for Tencent, it's fundamentally an internet services company that spans across gaming, social messaging app, cloud business, fintech, ads technology, and more. That's not all. Tencent is also an avid investor in countless startups with the likes of gaming studios and other companies. It is precisely the Berkshire of tech. Their very own WeChat app has become the default operating system of Chinese citizens, the default app for over 1 billion users. Everyone does everything from messaging to ordering food to making payments and more. That being said, in the Q2 2021, Alibaba recorded a total revenue of $31 billion against Tencent of $21.4 billion. Alibaba has achieved a year-over-year revenue growth of 31% against Tencent year-over-year revenue growth of 20%. In this round, it seems that Alibaba beats Tencent. However, bear in mind that Alibaba's latest revenue includes a consolidation of Sun Art China Retail Company. Therefore, the adjusted revenue for Alibaba will be $28 billion, representing 22% year-over-year revenue growth after excluding Sun Art's acquisition. So, it will be prudent to look into their balance sheet and see how good their financials are. Still following me? I appreciate it. Here's a cute golden retriever to brighten your day. And the golden retriever is asking you for a like, sub, and click the bell if you want to see it every Friday. Balancing the sheet. As of June 30th, 2021, Alibaba has recorded a total cash equivalence of $73 billion against total current and non-current debt of $23 billion. This represents a net cash position of $50 billion. As for Tencent has recorded a total cash equivalent of $31 billion against total non-current and current debt of $41 billion, representing a net debt position of $10 billion. It seems that Alibaba currently has a better financial position based on the net cash data.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! You underestimate my power!
However, we need to consider the cash conversion cycle of both companies, as it will give us a better view on how well a company receives cash upfront. From 2018 to 2020, the average cash conversion cycle for Alibaba is around -8 days, whereas Tencent is around -14 days. Negative cash conversion means that both companies collect money upfront and can use them as working capital. This is definitely a good thing for any businesses. Think of negative cash conversion in this analogy. You are running a one-person bakery business, and you collect payments from customers upfront before baking and delivering the cakes to them. You are essentially using this collected cash to pay for ingredients upfront rather than using your own money first. So even though Tencent is in a net debt position, Tencent's asset-light software businesses can collect money upfront and make the loan payments quicker than other companies. Same goes for Alibaba. In fact, Tencent fares better in terms of cash conversion cycle, as it collects the cash much earlier than Alibaba. Let's take a look at the operating cash flow to current liabilities ratio. You'll notice that Alibaba has an average ratio of 0.8x, whereas Tencent has an average ratio of 0.63x. This means that Alibaba has 80 cents for every $1 of current liabilities, and vice versa. Clearly, in this case, Alibaba fares slightly better. Cash flow is king. All the revenue growth in the world doesn't automatically translate to great business. A great business should have the extraordinary ability to generate extensive free cash flow. Yeah, more cash. In terms of free cash flow, Alibaba had been compounding at a CAGR of 7%, whereas Tencent had been compounding at a CAGR of 22% from 2018 to 2020. Undoubtedly, Tencent also wins in the free cash flow arena. In terms of free cash flow margin, Alibaba had decreased from 36% to around 25%, whereas Tencent had always been maintaining at around 20% or so. The significant decrease in Alibaba's free cash flow margin is due to the heavy investment into the new business ventures, especially the retail segments such as Freshippo Retail Mart, food delivery business, and others that are capital intensive yet deemed important for Alibaba's ecosystem. Not to forget the latest penalty fine by the Chinese government, valuations. In terms of the next 12-month price to free cash flow multiple, Alibaba currently trades at around 18.4 times, and Tencent is at 22.85 times. On this basis, Alibaba looks to be valued cheaper as compared to Tencent. Let us now exclude the investment portfolio that both companies hold. Alibaba's equity investment is valued at around $38 billion, with a current market cap of $470 billion. That means Alibaba's core business valuation is at around $432 billion. With a trailing 12-month free cash flow of around $25 billion, therefore the adjusted price to free cash flow is at 17 times. Whereas Tencent's equity investment is valued at around $220 billion, with a current market cap of $550 billion. That means Tencent's core business valuation is at around $330 billion. With a trailing 12-month free cash flow of around $20 billion, therefore the adjusted price to free cash flow is at 16.5 times. On this basis, both companies are actually valued relatively the same. Given that the Western big tech counterparts, who have the same growth rate, trade at higher valuations, we can conclude that Alibaba and Tencent are severely undervalued by the market. Final thoughts. In conclusion, both companies are in their own league in terms of business performance and their growth potential. Though I will personally believe that Tencent's operation is much leaner than Alibaba as a result of difference in business models and different industries. Nevertheless, the e-commerce trend is here to stay for sure, and the same goes to gaming and the Internet of Things trend. If you believe that the crackdowns do not affect the fundamentals, then they are surely cheap as hell. The opposite is true too if you believe the crackdowns means doomsday for both Alibaba and Tencent. Alright, that's it. Do you think that they are cheap or just value trap? Leave your comments down below, and I will see you in the next one.